Hi, welcome to the Rhythm Blueprint. This is the second video that I am doing for this channel where it's kind of a reaction video, kind of an analysis video. I'm still trying this out, so let me know how you like it. The main mission of the Rhythm Blueprint is to help taiko drummers learn how to read music. And so by watching these videos, I'm also going to be showing you what certain patterns look like in written music and how that might help you understand a piece or learn a piece or just kind of enjoy a piece more if you can see what's going on. So today's video we're watching is Eitetsu Hayashi's Fertility of the Sea. I have watched this once through before, so I have some notes written down already, but we will hopefully find some new things to talk about. So here we go. Here is Fertility of the Sea. All right, so already super clean, right? There's, I don't know, 20 of them, maybe more. You might hear that they're vocalizing in between the hits. So they're going doom, huh, ka, huh, right? Oh, sorry, also backing up just a bit. I'm not sure who's going to be watching these videos yet. If it's going to be people who have been playing taiko for a bit, people who are new at taiko, or people who don't know taiko at all and just kind of found this video. I'm going to talk to you like you are either brand new at taiko or don't know anything about taiko yet. But let me know in the comments, who are you? Are you a taiko player? Are you not? And that'll help me tailor these videos more towards the people that are actually watching them. Anyway, going back, so we are having a vocalization here in the middle so that the space is filled up more. Because if we had something more like this, it's a lot harder to be more accurate after that rest to have those hits nice and accurate. So if we have something in between, it's kind of like a little placeholder and makes it a little bit easier to make those hits clean. All right, back to the video. Okay, so in that section, it sounds like they have kind of a theme. It's like, I think it's like a 4-bar theme, and each time they play it, it switches up just a little bit to keep you interested. So let's kind of analyze this. Let's see what they're playing. All right, well, I just took a second to transcribe that. And yeah, it looks like I was kind of right. So here, you can look over here. We have, it's a 8-bar phrase. And we can see here that the bar 5 is similar to bar 1. Same here, same here. So they are related, which just makes it a little bit easier to memorize. Also a little bit easier to write, because if you just write the first theme and then the next time that you play it, just kind of tweak a few things, it just makes it twice as long, makes it more interesting. All right, so let's see if we can listen and look at the music here at the same time. I'm going to back it up just a little bit. Coming up. Dun, dun, dun. They're going to repeat. Okay, hopefully the bouncing ball, the bouncing scroll, maybe that helped you check that out. All right, let's continue. Let's go full screen here. All right, so something I'm noticing, and maybe it ties in with the theme of the sea, but we do have waves of parts. So someone will start something here and then they repeat it over here, and it kind of looks like a wave. Let's back up a little bit. They're together, and here we go. Next side. Yeah, and those arm movements really, at least for me, like bring the thought of the sea or waves. In general, I'm usually not going to do a whole lot of analyzing movements since this channel is more about the music and reading aspect, but you know, it's cool to bring it up every once in a while, I guess. All right, and then you're going to notice these two players on the opposite ends. They're the ones keeping the G, keeping the bass beat. Everyone else is playing the themes in unison, which is much different than the last video that I did where everyone was playing something different. So. All right, and something that they're doing that really helps with making things sound really clean. Sorry, this is for a future pattern. Right here, when they're playing like don, suku, don, the non-accented notes are really quiet, and that really helps make things sound clean. I mean, they are playing very together, but also, if you have a big contrast between the high notes and the low notes, it also has that effect of making things sound really clean. Yeah. Okay, so that was right here what I was trying to notate. One part of the group is going don, suku, don, suku, don. The other part is going tsukodogon, tsukodogon, tsukodogon. And so together it just makes it a solid C of 16th notes. But because it's split up between two groups, it gives it a really cool effect. So let's go back just a little bit so we can hear that part. Go on. Ooh. Yeah, it really gives it a wave effect, right? Their arms kind of look like it's the ocean. Let's go back. All right, throughout this video, just there were two clicks. You might be hearing sticks clicking together. This way of playing a drum is pretty awkward, at least for me, not growing up playing drums this way. So it's a lot easier to click your sticks together on accident as you're playing, especially when they're doing all these arm movements. So throughout this piece, you're gonna hear some stick clicks. It's just something that happens. We try to avoid it, but yeah, especially with the setup that they have, it's bound to happen. All right, so really nice use of dynamics. So if we were to write that out, it looks just something like that. We have going from loud, forte, down to soft. And yeah, we've been having this really loud section, and now as a change, we're going to bring it down. Cool, another kind of wave effect visually. Cool, now that could be a fun exercise. I feel like if you are new to drums, having your hand crescendo, or sorry, one hand crescendo while your arm does something else could be pretty difficult, kind of like patting your head and rubbing your belly. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's cool. So some players are still playing like a bass pattern and others are towards the rim of the drum. They're not playing on the rim, but closer to the rim. There's not really a way that we notate that. Yeah, in general, that's just kind of like an instruction, like as you're playing, but I guess we could notate it in a way, maybe like a regular hit would be like here and a hit closer to the top of the drum would be higher. There could be ways to notate that, but in general, we don't really do that. Cool. All right, and just to show you what it would look like, so at some point they were playing the same rhythm, but then they were just going between the rim and the center of the drum. So if we were to play in the center of the drum, usually it would look something like this. And then a lot of times we write ka or the rim somewhere like that, usually with an X. It's just easier to see a big differentiation between a regular hit and the rim. Cool. All right, so now we have another theme that just does a little bit of a variation to make it sound interesting all the way through. So this one I notated earlier. All right, so this is basically a 2-bar phrase, and things just change a little bit every time that we repeat the phrase. So we can see here, if you look, there's always a 3 and in the and of 4. Here there's always an and of 1, so those are things that happen every single time that they play it. And then there's just little variations before and after that to make it interesting. So let's back it up a little bit. I will try to do the bouncing ball as this plays through. Here we go. And then it repeats. I'll let you read it. Yeah, so that's not something that is unique to Taiko. A lot of compositions will, have a theme, and then they will just kind of alter it a little bit. It makes writing easier because you don't have to come up with a brand new thing every single time, and it makes, well, it can make memorizing easier. It kind of depends on the phrasing. But yeah, just something to look out for. So if you're listening to music, or any pieces that you might be playing now, if you're a taiko player, see if you can hear if something is very similar, and just think maybe the composer did that on purpose because it's an easy way to make things continue to be interesting. All right, here we go. Cool. All right, so they had a little accelerando there, just to show you what that might look like. This isn't the rhythm that they were doing, but if it was, we could just write something like this. This is going to tell you to accelerate over however many bars. So in this example, just 2 bars, right? All right, and I think here's a good spot to talk about the sponsor of this video, me. If you're a taiko drummer interested in learning how to read music, check out my free mini course linked below at therhythmblueprint.com. It's totally free. All you need is an email address to sign up. All right, let's continue on with the video. Hey, that sounds familiar. I believe that was, yeah, I think it was this rhythm. Let's compare this. Sorry, let's take out this accelerando that doesn't exist. Let's go back a little bit. And here we go. Coming up. Yeah, so did you notice that? Did you notice when they played it that they had already played it before? See, a lot of times it all depends on context. I don't remember, oh, this was the one where when they played this the first time, they had some people playing double drums. It was quieter, it was slower. Yeah, so they're just recycling material. Sounds different, sounds exciting, pretty cool. I just want to take a second to appreciate how clean they are. They're so together, both in their rhythms and their arm movements. Like, I'd be really curious to see how they rehearse. I feel like it's really beneficial to be able to have mirrors to see not only yourself, but how you compare to the ensemble. So yeah, I wonder if they get to practice with mirrors. What's their trick? They look great. Cool. So let's talk about, there's a part where the people who were playing G stop and everyone is playing unison. They start with a phrase something like this: 1, 2, 3, and something like that. So this space right here can be really easy to get just a little bit off time, so that when you get to this note, it's sloppy. It could sound like 20 people trying to play one note instead of 20 people actually playing together. See if you can notice that gap and how clean it is. Let me back up just a little bit. Yeah, both those pauses, don, do don, gon, gon. It's really clean. One more time. Got the arm wave again. Okay, now check it out. The people at the end who have been playing the bass beat or the G this whole time, now everyone's in unison, I believe, and they have to pretend that they have drums to the side of them. They don't, but they're still making the motions as if they're hitting something. Let's go back a little bit. So watch the people at the end. It's funny because I've been in that kind of position, at least doing drumline, and it feels really awkward. But if you're doing it, it really doesn't stand out that they don't have a drum, right? Would you have noticed that if I didn't say anything? Okay, so if you're wondering, how do you write different parts, right? So we have like a part A and a part B, at least when we're talking about this wave kind of stuff. So let me show you. So in the music, right now we're looking at the score. So the score is going to have all the different parts in a piece of music. So let's say, well, we're going to say this is part A and this is part B. All right, so that part might look something like this, where the first group that has that melody, donsk, 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 gon, gon, is up here. They play that melody first, and then they go to playing the bass beat. Like opposite wise, the other group starts with the bass beat and then plays the melody. Let's try to look at this at the same time. Here we go. go. Don't. Next group. Group A. Group B. Yeah, so if you are the director or whoever has the score, you're going to be able to see which side plays what. If you are a performer that just has your own part, it's just going to look like this. You're not going to be able to see what the other side is playing. More waves, cool. That was cool. Now I don't know if this is the intention of the composer, but it really looks like a turbulent sea. I'm not sure about a fertile sea, but it looks like waves, right? It's pretty cool. Very cool, very cool. Great job, everyone in that ensemble. I will put a link to the full video in the description. Be sure to check it out if you want to watch it again. If you are interested in learning more about reading music, check out my website, The Rhythm Blueprint. There's a free mini course. You can try it out, or if you're ready for the full thing, there's a full course on how to read music for taiko players. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. How can I improve? What did you like? And especially like if you are yourself a taiko player or not, let me know. And with that, we're all done with this one. I will see you next time.